元 MLB スターで現役時代に数々のタイトルや栄誉を手にしてきたジミー・ロリンズ氏とライアン・ハワード氏が611ポッドキャストのクイックヒットでカイル・タッカー選手とボー・ビシェット選手の移籍報道について語りました。番組ではすでにスーパースター軍団として知られるドジャースにタッカー選手の打者が加わることで生まれる異次元の打線の脅威について両氏が元選手ならではの視点から分析しました。さらに2人が強調したのは今の MLB では契約の概念そのものがアップデートされつつあるという点でした。見どころたっぷりの内容を日本語字幕付きでご紹介しますのでぜひ最後までご覧ください。
Let's jump into this Tucker deal, man. They always say the rich get richer. We saw it as kids in the 90s, the Yankees being the evil empire, going out, paying because they had the money and the team and the bandwidth, paying the best players to come and join them and win championships. The Dodgers are now that evil empire. They're
Yeah.
winning, they're paying, they're smart with their money. They have cash flow, all this money deferred, which comes, over the course of like 50 years paying, and they're going to make that money back 100-fold. They could care less about what they have to pay 50 years from now. But let's talk about this Tucker deal. Give me your take on not even the money, just before we get to that, and we'll break that down, on Tucker going to the Dodgers. How do you feel about
I
that?
think again, you said it. The rich get richer, and it's such a nice group of guys over there. I think
They
the one
are.
thing,
They
the
really
one, the
are.
one thing is that giving them another good left-handed bat in there. I think first thing, Tuck didn't have a Tuck year last year,
Right.
right?
Coming off injury.
He had
Coming off
coming off the
injury.
injury, right? Where it's like again, it's one of those things where when you have the roster that they have, like he doesn't have to be the dude. You know what I mean?
hmm
Where even when he was playing in Chicago and Houston, like it wasn't like he was trying to be the dude. He was himself, right?
hmm
But you fit into a lineup with a Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, like
Will Smith.
Will Smith, like Teoscar Hernandez. Like where's the hole?
Is there a hole? Is
There
there?
is. Well, you know what there is? It's called an off day.
No.
That's it. That's it. But I think first and foremost, it's a great move for the Dodgers. For him to be able to go over there, they add more to that already star-studded cast that they have there, man. But like we gotta dive into these numbers though, bro.
Bro,
We gotta
crazy.
dive into this deal.
And just before we do, we always talk about, a balanced lineup.
Yeah.
And at initial thought, it seems like the lineup is just not in balance. But when you
Mhm.
think about it, it truly is.
Mm.
Right-handed batters, Mookie,
Yep.
Smith,
Preach.
Teoscar,
Church.
Pajes. That's your four.
hmm
Then you got the lefties, Shohei,
Yep.
Freddie,
Yep.
Tucker, Muncy, and then you got Edmund, who's a switch hitter. You talking about
Yep.
the most perfectly balanced lineup as far as lefty righty. Now, how it sets up, that's going to be completely different. But you have four lefties, four righties. All of them can do something. They all got some thump in the bat. They're no
hmm
holes. So they have a lineup they can do a lot of things with. They can look at bullpens and say this is a starter, this is a bullpen, especially with the way that bullpens are used right now. And that's a headache. I mean, you going in
Hey.
there and you just hoping to come out with your ERA not ballooning, being
Right.
honest.
Hey, real talk, Jay. We didn't necessarily have them, but I'm tell you what, right now, some of these mental coaches for these other teams gonna get a raise. Them boys gonna have to be on point. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
They could be in that office. Okay, we're playing the Dodgers this week, and I just need you to tell me something good. And
Right.
the coach
I
gonna
need
be
that
like, good
motivation.
luck.
I need
Good
that
luck.
motivation.
Good luck.
4
Well,
years.
4
4
years,
years. 240 million, man.
potentially $240 million.
Break it
A
down for everybody.
$64 million signing bonus.
hmm
So that's it. That's basically, as I look at it, that's the Dodgers saying, here are your 2 years. This is your
Right.
AAV right here. Your $64 million. Divide that by the 2 years that are guaranteed to us, plus whatever he makes for salary. So let's say it's another Shohei deal. I think what Shohei's making like $2 million a year. Okay, so that'd be 2 years, $68 million for sure. That
hmm
for sure. And the reason why I say for sure, because I'm not including the $30 million deferred, because that's coming way out the kitty
Way
much
after.
later, way later. We're talking about just what's happening now.
Hmm.
He's making $34 million a year guaranteed. And that's at 2 million. It could be more. It could be $5 million a year. So now that's $74 million
Yeah.
over 2 years. If that's how it works out, with the opt out after year 2 and opt out after year 3. The way it sets up, I don't see why you opt out. You're going to be making $57.1 million a year net present value. If all, just it's it's mind blowing. Making more
Hmm.
money than Judge AAV, making
Yep.
more money than So AAV, and you're talking about two of the premier players in the game. Judge, and Shohei are the one and one. I'm not going to separate them because they're just special beings. But you're making more money than Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, and we know what those numbers look like for them. But we're talking about
Hmm.
AAV, and I love the fact. And I'll let you jump into. I love the fact that it's a short deal. It's a
Yes.
short deal with high payout, a high AAV. I love that. You don't have to be committed. He's at what is he 29, going to be 29 this year. He doesn't have to commit till he's 37 years old. And we always know at the end of those years, at the end of those deals, that the players made a lot more than the team got value at the end. But for the player, you tell me I can make all this money over this short window, give it to me. That's how I feel today. I felt that
Yeah.
then, the baseball was different then, but I want a short deal worth a lot of money because I know I have a window that I can just really run off and make more money. I love it.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to ask you. I wanted to get your take, right? Because from when we played, you tried to get as many years
Hmm.
as possible,
That was
right?
a philosophy.
Then it went from that where you had a few guys, you had Albert, you had A-Rod, you had Cano, you had Miggy. Those guys got the 10-year deals,
Yep.
right?
Which was
So they got
crazy.
the
Which was
10-year
crazy.
deals,
Yeah.
right? But our thing was no trade
100%.
clauses, right? Then it went from no trade clauses to opt-outs, right? And then now you went back to these longer term deals, right?
Hmm.
Where now guys are getting the 10 to 13-year deals, where again, now you start to pivot back to where guys are doing these shorter deals, like you said, and we're gonna get into this other deal too. That was insane. But
Hmm.
I love it too. I love the fact that guys can sit here, they can be 27 years old, sign 3-year deals, 4-year deals, come out at 30, 31, right?
With $300 million in their pocket.
Now you can sit here at 31 and go sign another 4 or 5 year deal, right? Potentially giving you more because the revenues and everything usually have the tendency of continuing to go up.
Hmm.
So the market continues to rise. So it's
Yep.
like if you get to that situation, now you've gone what? You've done a 9-year. He's going to be over closer to probably 600, 500, $600 million.
I mean, Mookie, Shohei, Freddie, and now Tucker. They're building they're not building. They have built a monster. Does that guarantee
Yeah.
the championship? No, but damn, it gives them a damn good chance to be back there every single year for the next 5 to 6 years.
What are the chances? Has there ever been a team whose entire starting lineup was an All-Star game? It might happen this year, bro. It might happen this year with the Dodgers, man.
It's
Like
close.
everybody,
It's
everybody gonna be over
close.
there. We can go on about them all day, but I love too that you touched on Soto because Mr. Soto got a new teammate
Yes, he
in
did.
Mr. Bo Bichette,
Yes, he did.
and for a 3-year, $126 million deal with opt
Crazy.
outs after the first and second year, bro.
Crazy. Are we turning to the NBA? Are these NBA style contracts?
I love it,
I mean,
dude.
this
I
hasn't happened.
love it.
What's happening? What is going? I love it too. But Ryan,
I
what's
love
going
it.
on, bro? What's going on?
It's interesting to see how the opt outs are coming back with these shorter term deals, right? Because we saw that when Stanton first got his deal and everybody was starting to do kind of opt outs and everything. And then again,
Hmm.
they wanted that longevity, got it. But now it's like when you take a look at these deals compared to the deals that were taking place before, it's tougher. And it also gives you more flexibility as an organization or teams, right, for trades. Because if you want to sit there and go out and go get somebody, like, all right, well, we can stomach X amount because it's going to be for 1 year or maybe 2 years, right? We can stomach that. So my question to you is like, if this is going to be the trend, do the Pirates have the potential of trying to do something with a Paul Skeens to try to keep him there and try to help get themselves a little bit more competitive?
I don't think the Pirates have the money to play that game.
Yeah.
You don't have what it takes to keep him. At that point, whatever team he goes to, that's when they say, okay, we're going to structure a deal like this, because they're starting pitchers. You just don't know, and an injury is going to happen. Hopefully it doesn't. It's rare that it doesn't, and especially in today's game. But an injury happening, so it gives you so much more flexibility. If you're Paul Skeens, you're like, yeah, I want, give me a 4-year deal worth, $400 million.
Right.
You can start asking for that, because it's and it's an opt out of year 2 and after year 3. I don't see we're not that far from that. It may seem far fetched, $100 million a year player. We're not far from
We're
that,
not.
especially as money is starting to become deferred, because when they defer the money, the cash flow for the team is still good. The cash flow isn't tied up. Well, we can't sign this player because we have all this money tied up. Well, we're going to tie that up years from now. We're going to worry about that years from now, because we're going to make so much money that's going to pay that off that it's really not going to affect it down the line. That's the hope. So I don't think we're that far off. But Paul Skeens, I don't think you can play that game with him. I don't think Pittsburgh has that bank account. The interesting thing is with Bo, he's not playing short. We got to see a look at him play second in a World Series, which was great. We've had shortstops become second basemen and become Hall of Famers and all-time greats. Is that something for Bo if he's healthy? Does he DH? What does that lineup look like? What does that lineup look like? It's a lot of interesting questions over there.
Either Bichette or Simeon would probably go over and play third.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you move Simeon off for second. He's too valuable there.
Mm-hmm. So
look, here's the thing. I don't have to answer those questions. We're gonna let them answer those questions. But it's fun to talk about.
It's a good problem to have.
Hey, look, when you get two Phillies talking about the Mets, the Mets must have done something right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm going to say. Hey, look, we're neutral in a sense. We're neutral in the sense that we have this platform and we talk about baseball things, but a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping.
Yeah.
I was hoping for that bat in our lineup.
Ooh,
but
that would have been nice.
Instead, we're going to have to deal with it. So, but anyhow, man, peace. Always great to talk to you when things like this happen, man. We'll keep our eye and ears on what's happening in the game. And don't get me wrong, let's not forget that Bregman signed with Chicago and this. Let's just throw it out there. We know everything that happened with Boston, and the Devers situation and bringing Bregman over there. And if I'm a Boston fan, I have to ask myself, is it worth it? Was it worth it? We made this stink, and Bregman got to where he wanted to be anyway. He got to Chicago. He wanted to be in Chicago. It didn't work out the year prior, but he ends up there. And Boston, don't get me wrong, they did well. They did well. I think they did a lot better than everybody thought they were going to do. But that was with Bregman in the lineup. He was a big part of that. And now you don't have him, and now you don't have Devers. I think Boston's going to have a lot of questions to answer, at least to their fans. But we'll see. That's the beauty of baseball, is 162 to figure all this out. It doesn't matter what we say or our opinions, other than just talking points and having fun and open up for discussion. It's the guys in uniform that ultimately have the say on what's going to happen over the course of a season.
No, couldn't agree with you more, young James. So excited, man. I'm excited for this year.
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。今回の動画についてどういう感想を持たれましたか？ぜひコメント欄で意見や感想をお聞かせください。 チャンネル登録やグッドボタンを押していただけると励みになります。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。